So look, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do, all right? Also, I do got to give you a brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, you're going to get it through other people, all right? So be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know, my voice too raspy to be whispering. I'm loud. I'm only going to get louder. This is probably about the time you want to hit that volume, all right? Now, look. We've always heard the expression, God looks after babies and fools. So a lot of the time, you don't realize how this expression, in a sense, has saved you. See, God looks after babies because, of course, children don't have the ability to make certain things happen early on. See, when you younger and when you get brought back to here, sometimes you connected to certain people who still have certain cycles there. See, I want you to realize when you are born, chosen ones, when you come back and you choose to help other people break through those cycles that used to be connected to you, I want you to realize that God shows favoritism over you. See, yeah, you experience certain things, but it's not even half for what those intended to do towards you. So again, when you younger or when you have children, you have to realize that God shows favoritism towards them. Certain things that they do that they know no better, it doesn't get held against them. If you the mother or the father or the person looking after them, I want you to realize that you get held responsible. Because certain things that they see or do is based upon the fact that they seen you do them. Now, as far as fools, that's when that second play gets a little tricky. See, again, we can all agree that God looks after babies. But when it comes to the fools, I want you to realize that certain things truly don't apply to you. See, up into a certain time period, there's certain partnerships, there's certain people, there's certain parents, there's certain friends, positions, so on and so forth that you've been connected to, right? These individuals or positions truly didn't serve you. These people may have mentally manipulated you. These people may have told lies to you in order to be connected to you. You understand me? So therefore, in some way, shape, or form, you was not clear. So again, you may have been a fool up until God made certain things appear. See, when you initially was in a relationship with certain people, you felt like because you were drawn to them, that you belong to them, not realizing that God had you cross paths with these people because they was praying for certain love, light, and abundance to come through. They prayed for certain things and made promises, and God wanted to see what they was going to do. So God had them and gave them the opportunity to cross paths with you to make certain dreams into reality. But these individuals did not accept you. At that time period, again, they don't realize that you were the opportunity while they were out here being opportunists. See, at that time period, when you initially got into that connection, whether or not that was that friendship, that position, so on and so forth, these individuals that you were connecting with made false promises. They may not have been being them actual selves. They could have, again, heard everything that you wanted. So therefore, they tried to disguise themselves as it. So therefore, again, you thought that you was getting what God had for you, but not realizing that you was getting the faked out dupe version. You understand me? So there's certain individuals that, again, when you first was connecting to them, you had already been praying for God to have them align with you. You asked God to, again, have certain things find you. And these individuals found their way to you. You done told them everything about you. You done told them what you went through. You done told them certain people that hurt you. You done told them about you had fears that other individuals was going to desert you. You done told them about everything that you went through. And instead of stepping up to the occasion, these individuals seen that as a challenge to do the same thing that those people did to you, but just dress it up in a sense. So again, when we say God looks after babies and fools, that doesn't always apply to you. Because up until a certain time period, you may have been foolish. You may not have knew what they was doing, but God then gave you some type of inkling for you to see through what they was showing you. God gave you an intuitive feeling not to go and be connected with these people. You started to observe certain things about them. So you may have started to see certain friends change around you. Certain things that you were celebrating, they try to down you. You may have seen certain family trying to instill certain fears into you. You may have seen your partner switch up and how they was acting and how they looked at you. So therefore, again, you had some type of inkling that happened within you, right? You had some type of feeling. But these individuals persuaded you to go against what God gave you because your intuition and your discernment is your personal pager in a sense. That's your personal radio in a sense to connect with God. So God will tell you individuals plot what they tend to do to you, what they plan to do towards you before they had an opportunity to do these things to you. He gave you some type of warning. But again, certain times you allow certain insecurities to set in. You allow certain cycles that you was connected with influence you and make you make certain moves and to listen to what these people was telling you. See, there was a part in that you may have felt like this person was stepping out. This person may have had a whole different life. But again, you listened to them until God showed you what they was all about. See, up until that time period, you was foolish in a sense. You was going with everything that they was doing because, again, you confused confidence with arrogance. See, they arrogantly knew that they would have some power over you because you done already told them certain things that you encountered, certain things that you went through. You already told them certain fears that you had and made them promise that they wouldn't do the same things towards you. So you done already gave them the blueprint on things that they could do for you, certain things that you want to accept towards you, and how they can disguise it so you don't know that they doing the same thing to you as other people before them did to you too. You understand me? So again, up into that time period, before your intuition kicked in, you was a fool too. So therefore, God was looking out. See, that's equivalent to you being connected to certain people, not realizing that behind closed doors, they put magic on you. Behind closed doors, they trying to finesse you. Behind closed doors, they talking bad about you to other people too. Behind closed doors, they trying to sacrifice you to save themselves in a sense. You understand me? So again, at this time period, you was foolish. God was looking out for you. Things that could have took you out didn't have the ability to do it. But when that intuition kicked in, you no longer foolish. When that intuition kicked in and God showed you what they intended to do towards you, and you continue to listen to these people tell you to turn away from what God was trying to show you, they told you not to trust your intuition. They told you that you was tripping. They told you ain't know what you was talking about. See, they was confident within it. Because they knew if they sound like they knew what they was talking about, that you would believe them too. I want you to think back to certain work positions, right? Where certain people, customer service, what they tell you to do. They say they never want you to sound like you don't know what you talking about to those customers that you talking to. Because as soon as you show a little bit of doubt, they going to start to doubt you too. See, these individuals already been trained by the devil in a sense. They supposed to come across a certain type of way so that you don't question them. They supposed to come like they know everything that they talking about, so therefore you allow them to lead you, not realizing where they leading you to or who's leading them to you. You understand me? So I want you to realize that similar to those customer service scenarios, the same applies to you. If they seem confident in what they talking about, then you going to start listening what they telling you to do. So again, you had certain partners that told you, oh, nah, you ain't never had a real one like me. That's what it is. You ain't never came across a real one like me. That's what they said, right? Oh, you ain't never had a real one to love you like this. You ain't never had that. They tried to, again, make you feel like something they got is what you're supposed to be grabbing at. Whole time, again, they just confident in the fact and the ability that they have to try to get you to do certain things that they want you to do. So again, think back to those scenarios where you may have been customer service. You ain't know what you was talking about. You ain't know certain protocol or none of that. But they told you to be confident. and what you saying. So therefore, those people can't pick up on that. So therefore, there were certain individuals that when you first encountered, they had arrogance to them. They had confidence about them. So therefore, you thought that they had the ability to lead you. You heard certain things that they said, not realizing it wasn't things that God told them. They done picked up that off of other people. See, they know how to finesse. You understand me? So again, up until that time, you was getting covered in a sense. That was you in your fool stage. You allowed them again to introduce them, and you thought that that's truly was them, but you ain't see through what they were showing you. That's where the second part plays in. See, when God starts showing you red flags, that's equivalent to you getting in connections, trying to pursue certain people, and certain things that they say don't align with the things that you try and do. So this is you wanting kids. Now you connected with somebody that you thought was perfect. Now all of a sudden they talking about they ain't want children, and now you talking about you ain't want them either. That ain't you. Your ass supposed to leave them. That was the clue. See, God is going to give you everything that you pray for that is truly for you. When you ask God for certain things to come through, you don't ask for specifics. You ask God to give you what he has instilled and planned and prepared for you. That's it. You understand me? Because while you out here sitting there praying for love, but keep mentioning so-and-so's name, love is not there. So therefore, that's something that you will never obtain when you stop bringing a name up and you just ask God to align me with my true partner, the person who's really prepared for this position, the person I'm supposed to be with. God is going to present them. But again, it may not come in that package that you thought it was going to come in, because that person that you was calling to wasn't called on by God to be connected to you. So again, pray that you are prepared for the people, position, things, and opportunities that are truly aligned for you. So you're not out here settling for some shit that wasn't even supposed to be able to head towards you. You understand me? So again, when that intuition kicked in, you seen certain red flags. This person, you thinking, oh, they FaceTiming me because daily, every 5 minutes in a sense, because they want to see me. Whole time this person's trying to FaceTime you to see where your abouts are, to try to have power over you. You taking it, feeling like, oh, they really have a feeling for you, when really they trying to have power over you. See, you sit there and are viewing certain things, but you viewing it from a different lens. Again, that person who is truly for you is not going to be pushy towards you. You understand me? So again, you out here thinking that person who is keeping tabs on you constantly, who's telling you certain things, this person who's you feel is so protective over you. Oh, they don't play about me. They don't let me talk to nobody. They don't let me dress any type of way. So on and so forth. That ain't your person. They try to have control over you. You understand me? Because, again, you got to realize it's a difference from them checking up on you, wanting to see your face, or them asking you who you around and wanting to know each place that you visit. But again, the inner child of you who's used to other people harming you, you wanted to find somebody to protect you, and you went along with these people who play this rough and tough type of position, not realizing that these are the same people that you're going to need protection from too. They not here to protect you, because they act tough and rough, because they act so mean, like they don't take no stuff. You got to pay attention to that. Because you wanting this person to protect you when you should be protecting your inner child from these people. You supposed to be able to see through what other people didn't see through what's happening to you. So you may have had a mother who had a partner that was mean, placed their hands on you, mentally abused you, sexually abused you, physically, so on and so forth. Did certain things to you. You wanted protection as a child. So now you have certain people that are connected to you that act rough and tough. But instead of protecting you, these are the people that you need protection from too. See, no. You have to be the one who's going to protect you. You don't look for somebody to save you. That's something that you already have the ability to do. You understand me? Just like certain partners. From a young age, masculine energies, you done had certain mother figures to tell you the man of the house. You the person that's protecting certain siblings, certain mothers. You steady taking the trash out. You out here again playing like you the husband, and that's not fair to you. Because now you can't be the child. Now you got to grow up in a sense, and all that pressure gets put on you. So what do you end up attracting but a similar mate like that mother who mothered you. Now you got a feminine energy that you feel like if you're not financially providing for, you're not doing nothing for them. If you're not, everything's not on your back, then that means you're not carrying that. That's not the case. You was finessed in a sense. You understand me? Because they had a parent who played that father position, who again made them feel like masculines are just supposed to do this and the feminine energies are just supposed to raise their kids and do that. So therefore they grew up in a household that their mother figure was in lack. Their father figure mentally and morally was in lack too. So therefore they instilled those values in them and they try to put those same cycles off on you. That's not fair. You understand me? We not doing it. Certain individuals, again, they talk about they building character. No, they can teach you how to provide for your family, but they also can teach you how to provide for you too. Because again, if you're not mentally prepared and you're not emotional, you understand, you're not really physically recharging you, that means again, certain things ain't going to be able to move because you the muscle. So again, if you fatigue, if you exhausted energetically, mentally, spiritually, you're not going to be able to get up, do your job that you're supposed to do. Half the time you taking more lives and more years off of you because every time you stressed or you mad, that in a sense poisons you, scientifically proven. So again, you feeling like because you financially providing for your family that you truly providing for them. But how is that the case? You showing them how to sacrifice themselves just like you. Why don't you show them that, again, it's a team work effort, that everything shouldn't fall on you? Why don't you show them, again, you financially able to provide, but emotionally you there too? Don't allow these people, again, to put certain cycles off on you that they went through. You the person who's going to break it, chosen ones. You understand me? So again, up into a certain time period where you don't know no better, you understand me? When the view is not as clear, okay, God's gonna look out for you because you foolish in a sense. But as soon as he starts to allow that intuition to kick in, you start feeling something ain't right, something's off. At that time period, I want you to know the time is on. Are you going to choose to listen to what God's telling you? And he's telling you certain things about these people so that you don't have to repeatedly go through this cycle. He done seen where you came from and what you done made it through. So he doesn't want you to go through the same things again. But at times you ignore him and listen to what these people are influencing you to do. So then what do you think happens? What do you think happens? You get the same karma and consequences as these people that are doing these foul things to you, chosen ones. There's karma and consequences for you crossing you too. It don't matter that you chosen. Because soon as God shows you certain things about these people, if you look past it, that means you looking past it, what God's showing you, and you listen to the devil sit there and try to have more influence over you. You understand me? So realize that, again, there's karma and consequences with you not listening about what you going through and not looking out for you too. You get karma for crossing you, chosen ones, because you going through certain things that your ass already knew. That's equivalent to you feeling like that person was cheating on you, that person was lying on you. You continue to have them connected to you, so therefore they still supplying other partners off the energy that they pull from you. And then all of a sudden, years pass, days pass, months pass, so on and so forth, and you realize everything that you intuitively feeling was true. So you ain't even have to feel all that pain or heartache from what they did to you had you listened to God telling you what they intended to do towards you anyway. You understand me? So I want you to realize that, chosen one, again. Delayed listening is the same as disobedience to him. Because again, you get a time frame, how you know, just like in the nick of time. Think of certain scenarios that you see in the nick of time. These people look up and was able to retreat and save their life. Look at certain things where accidents happen and these logs fell here, and this person moved over there and now they went in the clear. The same applies to you. There's certain times that God brings certain things to your attention right away to save you because he sees that it's about to happen towards you. That, again, these people are going to try to take you. So God will tell you right now, move. You out here, you sure? You don't No, that's equivalent to you seeing certain people, you hearing gunshots ring out, and you see people moving and running in this direction, and you stop and asking what's happening. No, you done heard that warning, right? That said gunshots. You done heard that. That's equivalent to you feeling that intuitively. That was a warning towards you. You done seen people start running. That was a sign to you. Similar to you starting to see how people start to move around you. You done got that alarm. You done seen certain people that was retreating and fleeing, and you chose to stand there. So that means you stay there in the crossfire in a sense, and of course you're going to get hit with certain karma and consequences too. That's equivalent to those bullets that wasn't and didn't belong to you, but hitting you based upon the fact that your ass didn't move. See, you got to realize that delayed listening is disobedience to him. Because you could have saved yourself or saved other people from going through that situation too had you moved when he told your ass to do it. See, so many people hard-headed. They let certain partners that they are with manipulate them. Oh, that's people hating on us. Oh, they just hating on, they trying to break us up. No, you going to listen to so-and-so when they tell you that I'm not for you or that I was doing all these things, so on and so forth. No. You don't listen to them try to mentally manipulate you into sticking with them. Again, the right one would never have wronged you. The right one, ain't no such thing as the right person at the wrong time. Because the right person is going to know that you divine as soon as they cross paths with you and lock eyes. The right person is going to see through on a soul level and seeing that you the answer to any prayers that they've been asking for. They gonna see the worth in you. They gonna see the gold in you. They gonna see that you somebody that they should honor. But again, only the chosen can see certain things within. See, if they don't see the great in you, that means God didn't give them that vision towards you, which means they not for you. Because the same individual's going to have the same lens as you. You understand me? Just like you ain't got to tell everybody what you went through when you get with them. Oh, I'm kind of act like this because certain things that I went through. If that person is for you, best believe they went through the same situations as you. They know exactly that there's another reason on why you act the way that you do. And they're going to show you through their actions. It's going to match up with the words that they speaking to you. You're not going to have to tell them, oh, when you was a child, you was molested or abused. They going to see that because most likely they went through that too. If they truly are your partner, that means they are a reflection of you. That means certain trials and tribulations and tests they had to go through too in order to get to you. So you ain't got to tell them what you went through so that they can try to hold that over you. Nah, they're going to know and they're going to be able to, again, give in to you like they should do because they had to give in to them the same way. You understand me? So again, don't tell everybody what you went through. Because the ones who truly are supposed to know you are going to be able to see through and know why you move the way you do and be able to respond to you the way that you need to be responded to. Because again, they know you because they know them. You understand me? You will never have to compromise what was sent through God. You understand me? You will never. You will never have to compromise. See, these individuals, just like certain, see, we gonna talk, right? You've been getting signs and synchronicities about certain satanic rituals that these celebrities are doing. You done heard about Beyonce selling souls through her concert, singing siren songs. But again, because they have been able to mentally manipulate you for so long, you sit there and give them a pass. That's the same way that you see somebody coming to you, telling you certain things that they going through, and you being able to have the perfect advice and telling them to walk away from those people, but you going through a certain situation as them, but not giving yourself the same advice that you gave them. You still holding on to certain people that, again, you would have told them to let go of. See, you can't make up excuses for why you doing the things that you doing. When again, you tell other people that that's some things that they shouldn't be doing. See, you're going to have to practice what you preach. God has showed you certain celebrities are not appearing and everything is not appears to be what it seems. Now, let me tell you this. There's certain individuals that sold their souls. And now they trying to buy it back in a sense. See, they know that 2023 is Judgment Day. Anything that they did, they gonna have to repay. Anything that they mentally manipulated to do to other people too, they gonna have to be held accountable. See, Beyonce, let's talk. There was a few records and albums where, again, she still had her soul. But then all of a sudden, certain things changed. And she chose to give up her internal goals. See, she chose to accept a partner that had already sacrificed himself in a sense. Somebody that, again, traded on other people that typically looked out for them. See, we gonna talk, right? Jay-Z crossed a lot of people to get to where he's at. And he allowed other people to make excuses and blame it on the people that he went against and make it seem like they was in lack. See, the whole time Dame's been telling you certain things about these individuals and they wasn't listening. They out here telling them, nah, you just hate him. So how you gonna say that but expect certain people to understand other people targeting you when you told the other people that so-and-so was imitating you, that you was the true divine person, when you truly was the divine masculine or the divine feminine, when you had certain ideas and these people try to do it and act like it came from them. See, you didn't have other people supporting you. You didn't have other people believing it's true because these people done put on a facade like they had it the whole time they got it from you. See, you gonna have to realize that the same applied to Dame too. He built up a thing on an organization with certain people that he thought had the same intentions as him too. He tried to, again, keep certain things within. He tried to build up a dynamic, a foundation in a sense. Similar to the devil, right? God had a foundation he built up. Had certain things that everybody was able to benefit from, but the devil got too cocky. The devil wanted it all for himself. The devil wanted to be the person that everybody looked up to like God. The devil wanted everybody to, again, go against God, so he started to plot. See, the same pertaining to Jay-Z. He got arrogant because, again, behind the scenes, Dame was making certain plays. He was making a way. He was making a change. See, Jay-Z wanted that attention off of him. So what did he do but invite the devil in? See, certain people came to him, promising him certain futures, certain things that he can do. So he believed in, he went against his own people. He sold his soul so he can seem like he was the one who had it all. Whole time he ain't got his soul, but Dame still got that. See, God and God involved. See, I'm trying to tell you. Certain people that you see sacrifice individuals who truly was trying to help them, pour into them so that they can be the main center of attraction. And then has other people team up on them using their popularity and have other people laugh and see. People call Dame broke all the time. Oh, he mad because Jay-Z got all the attention. Jay-Z got all the money. Jay-Z got all of this. Jay-Z got all of that. But Jay-Z ain't have a soul, so Jay-Z's ass was truly in lack. Jay-Z didn't have the abilities to manifest certain things and have abundance keep coming back. See, Jay-Z sold his soul to these people and was getting certain payoffs from that. See, Jay-Z was getting paid on every person he was able to persuade that confidence in a sense. So there was people who put Dame aside and decided to shit on him while putting Jay-Z on that pedestal. See, I want you to realize the same applies to you. See, every situation, you have an opportunity to choose what's right and what's wrong. See, I want you to realize something. And life is like a game, right? Let's say a game of checkers or chess. See, there's two different sides. There's light and there's darkness. Both sides, the whole plot of the game is to make sure that more pieces of certain teams still remain. So when you take this piece and turn into that, now it's a queen and it can move and it can counteract and attack. See, during certain time periods, you had two choices. Whether or not this came in a job position that seemed like it provided you peace, but the profit was slowly to move in. So now you had another opportunity for another job that popped up that wanted you to work with them, that promised you more payout, but you was going to have to give up your peace. See, at that time, God wanted to see what you was going to do. Was you going to trust you, or was you going to trust that BC? Had you chose that career that provided you peace, that aligned with your purpose, God was going to have you move up quickly. God was going to have that profit come through. But again, you had to work and do the position and take that job that God asked for you. See, somebody was going to look over your resume like, dang, matter of fact, I got another position for you to play, and would have boosted you up where you would have kept your peace and had profit. But instead, you got a job that offered you more money. But again, more money came with more problems. See, you would have paid those bills faster, but you would have been unhappy too. See, again, at that time, God sat there and provided you with two directions to see what you was going to do. If it didn't come in the form of a career, it came as certain partners as well. One person truly loved you for your heart. The other person loved what you was able to do because they thought that you was doing well. This person wanted you for you. This person wanted you based upon what you put on the facade to be. See, at the time, you had to choose and see what you was going to do. Was you going to choose the person that, again, may not have had so much finances physically shown before you, but that worth and that wealth was going to be able to truly invest in you? That they words was like giving you $1 million and blessing you. See, you don't realize that in time, you get two decisions. Think about even when you see certain rappers and singers too. There's always somebody that's coming up at the same time, and they try to make those two go against each other. See, everybody say, why can't everybody win? Everybody can, but everybody's not going to win if you're not, how Lauren said, if you're not right within. See, certain people may have used this person and used their popularity and pushed that false narrative. This person was a siren in a sense and was getting you to do and sign certain foul shit with them. They was out here getting you to sacrifice your soul every song that you was singing, see? Whereas there was other people that truly was singing from their soul but didn't appear how other people wanted them to be. Wasn't willing to jump on trends because they was a trendsetter, but other people couldn't see. See, I want you to realize that there's certain people that you put on that pedestal, on a pedestal that they wasn't supposed to be on. But they persuaded you to invest in them. Some peons. See, I want you to realize something, chosen ones. You get karma and consequences based upon what you choose to invest into. Because you could have the right intentions, but if you're giving the right answers to the wrong people, then you get karma and consequences too. So again, let's go back to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z sold his soul. Beyonce had an opportunity to move on, but she allowed him to mentally manipulate her into staying on. See, he was cheating. He was freaking. You know that Becky with the good hair conversation. Getting beat up in the elevator in sense. See, I want you to realize Beyonce had an opportunity. Do she leave that individual? Or does she stick with him because everybody viewed them as a power couple? Everybody viewed them as something that they wanted to be, not realizing what was going behind closed doors and what's happening to be. See, she chose to still stay in that fake and live a fake-ass facade. So when she chose to stay with him, that was equivalent to her signing that contract and giving up her soul that was inside. He persuaded her, we going to take over the world. Let's just play this position. So again, she sold her soul and she's using you to try to buy back her shit. See? It's not no coincidence that she had you singing certain things that truly wasn't happening. See, she had you out here singing single ladies, but she was married. She had you talking about dealing with certain shit. Whole time she was acting scary. See, you gotta realize these people don't always practice what they preach. What they try to do is have control over you so you move how they want you to, so that they could buy back their soul by getting you to sell yours. It's no coincidence that she acknowledged or announced her concerts coming out during tax time, where you have time to finally invest in certain things that you was trying to do. So now Beyonce got you not willing to pay certain bills or make certain moves, but you going to spend $1,500 to go to a concert, which they got a contract on you. So every song that you sing that they call you in, At that time, they stealing your soul too. See, that's why I don't trust people who call people fans, because what do fans do? In front of a fan, what do? Provide some type of air, frequency, something to you. So when you got your hands up in front of this person, praying to him in a sense, the same thing that God tells you to do to him, what do you think that they getting you to do? Praise them and put them on a pedestal like you're supposed to be doing to God. You understand me? You got to catch on to this plot. You can't say, oh, it's just music. You got to realize how they are getting used to move the devil's movement. See, you going to have to see through it. So now you front and center, praising this person, talking about on Beyonce's internet and Beyonce's world. It's God's world. It's God's internet that he provided to you. It's God's strength and abundance that he gave to you. It's God. It's God. And you giving them some type of ranking over them? How does that sound? Now, when you hear about stories coming out about them, they tried to use the fact that they was able to keep you confused for so long that you start going and playing into these lies too. Certain people been saying Beyonce was a witch. Shit, her old assistant told you how grimy she could get. The old assistant told you certain witchcraft and practices that they was doing. And what did Beyonce do? But come out and try to influence you. She allowed certain people's ignorance, that foolishness, to sit there and influence you too. Talking about when they seen certain satanic images being shown, they try to persuade you that that was something that your people used to do whole time. That's a lie. It was some things that your people allow other people to persuade them to do. God never told you to sit there and play with magic. He taught you that magic was within you. He told you that whatever you say comes to play. So be mindful of the words that you speak against you and other people too. See, you out here getting finessed. Then you get mad when other people pass their test. When other people bring it to your attention, you get mad and say that they hating. The same way that people try to persuade other people that your ass was Satan. The same way that other people try to manipulate you, say, oh, so-and-so's just hating on our relationship. So-and-so's just hating that we got profit coming in. When you really calling them out based upon the shit that they then stole and took from you. So I want you to realize that you get karma. Because you got to be cautious of who these people that you praising. Jehovah. He's sitting there calling him God, himself God, the God. We all gods and goddesses because we got a piece of God. Well, not all. Let me correct that. Chosen ones are gods and goddesses because God gave him a personal piece of you to place in you, so you have the same abilities to do that he has to do too. That means you is a personal pop-up generator in a sense, so therefore anybody can get that energy as long as they connected to you. You the same person that they can plug into that's going to help illuminate their room. So I want you to realize something, chosen ones. When you out here putting these people on that pedestal before God, when you out here, again, taking money that you've been praying for, that you done made promises to your children. You done said, as soon as I get it, I got you. As soon as I get it, I'm going to make this move. Now, all of a sudden, the devil then popped up and distracted you. Now, you done lost whole track of what you was supposed to do. Now, you done got deterred because they done dangled certain shit in front of you and got you off your path. Now again, you're going to realize after that concert, not only are you financially, but you are in lack with your soul too. You understand me? You out here promoting these sirens, and these people are trying to take from you. Ain't no coincidence at that little Grammy. She talking about, God, I just want to thank you. Shorty, that ain't God that you praying to. See, you think that God came through by that opportunity that those demons presented to you. If you get another concert and you get a certain amount of money, then we're going to call it even at that soul that you gave up. So now she's sitting there thinking, God, thank you, God, so much for this opportunity to plot on these people to get them to sell their soul so I can buy mine back. What part of the equation is that? What part of God, where God at in that? Huh? If she truly was so godly, if she truly cared about you the way that you thought that she wouldn't make you out here making life decisions on buying a ticket. She will provide you something free. Why she ain't having you go to certain shows? Why she ain't coming through? She damn near a billionaire, but still charging you like she's starting off. Huh? How? How that sound? These individuals, you got to pay attention. When you asking for God, you're not asking God to take over the world. You're not asking God to, again, have you have this, so on and so forth. You just ask God to align you with your path and continue to have certain abundance come in. So when God gives you enough to be able to assist other people, he wants to see what you're going to do. Are you going to live in that 20-bedroom place that you don't need? Or are you going to, instead of paying billions of dollars for that, are you going to build a community where people can live and be getting off their feet too? See, God wants to see when you put in that position of power, he wants to see how you truly going to move. So just like certain blessings and answers to certain prayers was coming through based upon the fact that these people was connected to you. You understand me? They ain't see the opportunity that God presented when he presented you. They just, again, seen you as they way out, but they moved how they wasn't supposed to move. They sat there and sacrificed you when they didn't realize that you was here to save them from certain people. You got to see through what they showing you. And there's some diehard fans probably talking shit around here. I don't care if I'm ruffling your feathers. Like I said, God's not about to play with you or them. So therefore, I want you to realize something that's about to be happening. Beyonce, her fate has been sealed. I want you to realize it's something. Even when she feels like she got away with this deal, I want you to realize that God is going to stay on her heels. To the point that she is not going to be able to enjoy any type of success that she feels like she's getting. She is going to, now let me say this, I ain't wishing this on nobody, but I'm going to tell you what God told me. She's going to be suicidal. She's going to lose her mind. Whether or not it gets shown to you right away or not, it's going to be shown by divine. She is going to go through certain depression because she knows what she did to get it. She knows she sacrificed her morals. She sacrificed her soul. She did certain things, individuals, to try to obtain her goal and goal. So I want you to realize that God is making certain things come to light. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm not wishing this on nobody, but she may end up resulting in her taking her own life. Or her giving up music. Her going back, you're not going to be able to see her. You understand me? Certain individuals, Diddy, Puffy, what they call you, right? He getting karma too. He did deals with certain devils and persuaded certain individuals to join his movement too. He then stole certain successes from other people because they ain't want to do what he wanted them to do. He then took a lot of lives and paid off a lot of people to keep it hidden. His baby mother, Kim, is going to come to light what he did to her. It's going to come to light what he did to Biggie. It's going to come to light on what he was trying to do to certain partners that he was connected to. He's going down. Ayo, Drake, you about to go down too. See, a lot of people don't realize behind the scenes, Drake was making certain moves. See, he has certain communities behind him. He allowed certain people to call him corny based upon the show that he was in. And he used certain comments that people made to benefit him. So therefore, you assume that he wasn't able to do certain shit that he was doing, paying certain people to put prices on his. Well, it's about to come to light too. Ayo, Drake, I want you to realize these groups of people you was connected to ain't going to be able to save you. See, what they're going to try to do is disconnect themselves from you. Because they know with you getting certain things illuminated, certain things going to be illuminated about them too. So, again, in one way, shape, or form, he's going to be held accountable for the things that he did to that XXX extension, whatever, you understand, however you pronounce his name, it's going to come out to play. See, y'all don't realize that they was paying other people to do certain things. See, he put the money up. People always say, why would he choose the people that he did to make certain moves? See, he paid people who then paid people to do certain things that he wanted them to do. He tried to have so many people in between him and that person that certain things was happening too. And again, he tried to use that innocence. He tried to use the fact that people were calling him corny. Try to use again certain shit that people thought, nah, he ain't got it in him. Whole time, yes, he did. He paid other people to perform and to do certain shit. See, similar to you. Certain people pay practitioners to try to play in your energy and work against you. Certain people try to pay certain people to gang stalk you. Certain people try to pay certain lawyers and certain PIs to try to change information about you. Certain people been paying certain autopsy individuals as well to make it seem what happened to the people wasn't true. I want you to realize everything is getting illuminated. Now, this is the thing. When God shows everything and brings it to light, you're not going to have internet anymore. So there's something, a major event that's about to occur that is going to put everybody that you put on that pedestal, is going to put them in that limelight. Diddy again is going to be held accountable. Beyonce, Drake, Jay-Z, all of these individuals who had an influence on other people's misery, it's going to come to light. They're going to be, so it almost is like this. I'm going to tell you how God's showing me. You know how there's certain people that are able to tap into certain people's IP addresses or tap into their emails, tap into their voicemails, so on and so forth. There's certain individuals who have been collecting proof. They have them on recordings. They have them on videos. They have them through text messages. And those people telling them what they wanted them to do. There's no way you're going to be able to deny this. So after it gets presented, again, it almost feels like, you know how they have those groups, those hacking groups, and they cut off the broadcast and say what certain things come through, certain messages. That's what's going to happen. It almost feels like every channel or every main channel, it's almost to a point where nobody is going to be able to change off of it. Everybody who's watching at that time is going to see. The proof is going to be there. There's no way that you can, again, come up with excuses for it. It's going to be solid. And as soon as that happens, technology, in a sense, is going to drop. So that means, again, you're not going to be able to get on the internet. It's going to feel like the internet crashed. You're not going to be able to get on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, so on and so forth. It almost feels, in a sense, that they're going to try to intentionally disconnect everything. See, we done talked about this before, chosen ones. The government, certain individuals have access to what you see. So if you are to go on Google right now and type in something that you used to type in, that you know certain things, when you put in this phrase, certain things used to pop up. Now that you are on there, it's not happening now. You like, nah, I remember when I Googled this and I seen that. Now you starting to see certain things are starting to get retracted. They going to try to cover their asses, in a sense, but they not going to be able to, because I'm telling you, God has been gathering proof. He has been gathering certain individuals just like you who observed certain things that these individuals was trying to do. Now he's about to mess up the frequency so that all eyes is on you, that message that needs to be clear is going to be able to be communicated. And once it is, I'm trying to tell you, he's going to pull the plug. They not going to be able to get back on there and say and try to clear it up. No, it's going to be that cliffhanger. Everybody's mouth is going to be left wide open. Some people are not going to want to accept what they seen, because accepting that what they seen is true is going to have them go back and question everything about other people that God already told them, but they didn't want to believe that it was true. They're going to have to see that all those people they was calling crazy, saying was lying, so on and so forth, they're going to have to see that there was some truth. Not only are they going to have to come back and apologize to those people, but they also are going to have to accept certain things that's about to come through. So I want you to realize something. Technology is not going to be the same. Just like time. I've been saying this for a while now. You've been noticing certain time. Like, yo, why does it feel like it's this time of the day? Or why does it feel like it's Friday and it's talking about it's Wednesday? Do you realize that with the click of the button, these individuals that you allow to have so much power over you, make them feel like certain technology was making certain things easier for you. They persuade you to stop remembering how to do things for you, how to obtain the answers that you need to know. And they sat there and made you reliable on them in a sense. So they made you give up your God-given rights, which is your intuition within, which is your discernment, the abilities, the power that you have. They told you to give up your natural born rights in order to give into something that was going to have you in lack. See, technology was here to help assist healthcare. It wasn't here to have you forget certain things. You forget how to read. You forget how to write. You forget how to build. You forget how to do certain things that you're supposed to do because you're so used to certain people doing this shit for you. So if the grocery store is shut down right now, how are you going to feed you and your family? If you can't get online right now, how are you going to know what's going on around the world? How? How? When they done taught you how to give up everything that God gave you for you to see through the shit that they try to show you. So you done sat there and boosted up technology so much, gave it so much power that when your Wi-Fi's out, you start tripping. When your Wi-Fi's sitting there not being able to go in, you feel like you missing. See, that was a setup. Just like you see certain technology, the lazy people like, oh yeah, it's cool to have certain machines being able to do certain things with your fast food. But what is those technology and those robots missing? That soul, like you. So therefore, again, you got soulless individuals out here maneuvering your food, soulless individuals that's taking the position of other people. So now you, again, are so used to things being convenient for you that you don't know what you agreed to. Just like these people who sold their souls for something quicker. The devil told them, you can have this quicker. You can get there faster, so on and so forth. Had them sell their souls to get something that God already had them that was given in gold. Had they been patient and been placed in that place that God told him to go, God could have sat there and threw that abundance at them and they would have catched that throw. I'm trying to tell you, you didn't allow them to gas you up, to give up things that God already gave you. Now you can't look up certain news and you don't know what's happening when God gave you the news within you. He didn't been able to give you the ability to pick up on the actions of certain people. Anybody who's thinking about you, you start thinking about them too. So therefore you know who's in your energy and you know what their intentions is towards you. That's like you saying, oh, so-and-so reaching out to you and calling you and you like, damn, I was just thinking about you too. You have the ability to connect when you're not connecting with those people. You have the ability to know what's about to happen before it happens because God tells you, so you don't have to go through what these people intend for you, but they had you give up something that God gave you to have to pay them to give you something that you already have. You understand me? Now, when the grocery store shut down, you losing your mind. You can't feed your kids. You can't do this. When you have the ability to go out and fish just like them. When you have the ability to plant certain things and see certain fruit come through, you have the ability to create certain harvests. That's like, again, you seeing certain rainy days, not realizing that the sun is within you. At any point in time, you can turn that into something that's going to benefit you. Just like those rainy days, you know, with that rain comes certain water for your fruit and harvest too. And water is necessary in order for those fruit to even be produced. So therefore, again, you are your sunny days. You heard me. You're not supposed to be out here depending on people that's not dependable. So again, there's going to be food shortages. Why? Because God's clearing house. You paying $10 for this, $10 for that with something that you could be producing at your house. You sat there and was cool. When they said, oh, you can eat some seedless fruit. All the lazy people like, oh, thank God. I no longer got to spit the seeds out. I no longer have to do that. So when in the absence of those seeds means that, yeah, it's easier for you to eat, but also means that you no longer have seeds that you can grow and harvest your own fruit. See, again, they make certain things easier for you to give up certain things that God has for you. You understand me? It doesn't make sense. Why would you give up something guaranteed for something else that's so-so? At any point in day, any point in time, that shit can stop, and what you gonna do? Huh? You and your family gonna starve, or you gonna fuck around and produce your own food? Has your soul been solid, and your reputation is so pure that even if you don't got fruit and harvest at you, that you connected to somebody else who has a store? So again, you being there for those people when they needed you the most. Now this is their season to be able to provide for you. So again, those people may not have had certain money to sit there and buy the seeds of those fruit. You sat there and gave them that, whether or not was you encouraging them to pursue their dreams, whether or not that was you just showing love when they needed it, you telling them not to give up, you giving them $5 to put in their tank, you giving them a meal when they needed to make a way, you just giving them something to start it off. So you was the one who gave them the funds, in a sense, to buy those seeds. Then they planted them. Now again, they started to water them, harvest them. You could have been helping them. Now they have fruit. Now all of a sudden your supply got cut off, and now you connected to the people who are able to produce. See, you got a position to play. Your reputation is everything. And I want you to realize this money and material shit ain't going to be nothing. It's not going to put food on your table. It's not going to sit there and get you through certain seasons that you're struggling. It's not going to. But the fact that you looked out for these people when you didn't have to, now they got their fruit, they gonna look out for your family too. You gotta build your true soul tribe based upon certain abilities that they have to do. Certain people that have the same mentality as you. Certain people that ain't gonna give up their harvest to appease other people. You gonna have to know that. You understand me? So again, don't allow these people to mentally manipulate you and to giving up what the things that God gave you just to make it easier for you at that time be. You understand me? We not doing that. We not doing that. What did COVID, I don't even like saying that word because they be motherfucking, you understand. So what did that lockdown in 2020 do? It made you forced to sit down and look around to the people that you had connected to. You was forced in the house with the things that you had surrounded you. So whereas you may have caught a break by going to work and getting out of so-and-so's face, now you stuck 24/7 around these individuals, and you starting to see that they truly not for you, and this is not where you supposed to be. That shit was 2020 for a reason. That 2020 vision, you started to see certain things clearly. Now what happened in 2021? God started to pluck them off. God started to see what you seen in 2020. Now you needed to practice what you preach. Now you seen those individuals you was locked away with wasn't truly for you. So you got them from around you. 2021 came around and God started to help you pluck away from these people. What did 2022 do? He finished plucking out these people that was around you, had certain storms come through, not realizing that these storms was clearing your way. It wasn't the same storms that these other people was facing. See, your storms came, and with your wind, it pushed certain things that was trying to be in front of you and stop you. It pushed them up to the side. So now you had a clear view. When that storm came, those rain came too, which just was used to sit there and water your fruit. See, when the storms came from them, it uprooted certain things and moved things around. There was a lot of death and destructions. Again, they storms is not the same storms that you see. So that's why, again, you got to realize that certain things happen for certain reasons. See, after 2022 came and God remove these people from around you, what you think 2023 is about to be? Huh? You about to see all that fruit come through abundantly. You about to see why God was sitting there clearing out all these weeds. You about to see why God kept you indoors, why he had certain water out there, while he kept you indoors, while certain spiritual people was out here at war. See, I want you to realize something. You keeping your ass in the house kept you out from getting your soul claimed too. So 2023, I'm trying to tell you, you about to see what all that hard work did for you. You understand me? 2023, everything that you had, now you about to have all those things that you built up. Now it's going to be obtained. You understand me? You just had to sit indoors a little bit and enjoy the sight of that rain. You had to know with every situation that you occurred, it was preparing you for the position that you about to play. Think of a job interview, chosen ones. I say this all the time. Think of a job interview. When you go on that job interview, what do they ask you? Certain scenarios and ask you what you going to do. If this happens, what are you going to do? If this person says this to you, how are you going to react towards these people? You've been preparing for this position that God's about to put you in, but he wanted to see what you was going to do. Was you going to lose your composure and allow these people to run all over you? Or you was going to forget certain rules and regulations based upon these people, again, trying to rush you? Was you going to sit there and allow them to get you to give up that position that God has for you? Or was you going to sit at that table and come up with a certain plan? Was you going to sit down and analyze the situation that God was presenting? Okay, God, well, if you take away this is what I can do. That's equivalent to your car stops working and you're using them legs that God gave you. Because somewhere around the world, there's somebody without legs that wish they can do what you do. So what did you do? Instead of crying about that car, you got your ass up and you still continue to move. How? God, it was part of the plot. Just like, again, certain money that was supposed to be coming in, these individuals was stealing from you. But you still was able to come up with certain ways that you could come up with some food to make certain meals that people around you can eat off of too. So therefore, at the time, you thought that you was lacking, not realizing that God had a whole pantry for you to choose from. You understand me? So imagine if you was able to do what you did with the little bit that you had. With you not having certain things, certain funds that was supposed to come to you that you never knew. Certain money that has been getting stolen from you that you never had access to. You still was able to survive on certain things that God was providing you. Now, guess what? God's about to show you, hey, yo, you remember that meal that you made out of that pack of meat? That spaghetti sauce and those noodles, that spaghetti that you had last a few days. So now you was able to sit there and come up with this. God's about to show you, listen, I got some other things. Go ahead and open that fridge. I'm trying to tell you. You heard me. They have been stealing from you energetically by putting you down, making you feel like you can't do certain things, making you feel like your stability was within them, not realizing that you limited because you connected to them, that God wants to see, are you going to step out and trust that he's going to make certain things happen for you, or are you going to depend on these people to provide it for you instead of him? You staying in that house because you talking about they pay your bills, they pay your rent, they pay this. Like God ain't got the ability to do it. Like God's going to say you got to stay with the devil and the devil is making certain things happen for you. How that shit sound? How that sound? The devil ain't got nothing from you. The devil done stole out of your pocket and persuaded you that it's coming from him. And that shit is not the truth. That's equivalent to you speaking life in abundance to these people, them seeing what you're speaking and them making it seem like they doing something slick for you. What? No. God wants to see you going to keep your ass over there crying, face all screwed up, when you know that person don't love you, when you know that you supposed to back your ass up, when you supposed to be getting lifted up. Are you going to keep feeling like you limited? Or are you going to go out and put your trust in him? You understand me? Just like pertaining to business, you talking about this job mess with your health, mess with your mental. They done sat there and shit on you since you started. Your boss lies, has you doing certain things that's not in your job description. You still, your checks getting played with. Or again, you feel like you got to walk on eggshells in order to stay there. God wants to see you going to step out in your purpose, or you going to allow this person to make you feel like you need them for your profit. And are you going to continue to do what I told you to do, no matter who persuades you to stop it. See, before that profit comes in, when you in your purpose, God wants to see, are you going to stand there and know your worth? Are you going to allow these people to persuade you to give up what I got for you so that they could try to take it from you? Or are you going to, again, be patient with your process and let me do what I do? You understand me? You out here thinking you got to give up your peace for some profit? That's the devil. That's like them giving up their morals for monetary gain. Them out there selling their pipe and pocket for profit. That is not you. You giving up your peace to get a piece of a paycheck from these people. Hell no. Bet on you. Bet that God wants you to make certain moves. You accepting that position based upon that it provides profit is taking that job from somebody else whose purpose is truly for them to be in it. So you going to work mad every day. People call, you're not giving good customer service, or people ask you something, you don't want to answer no questions. As soon as you punch in, you ready to punch out. You're not doing the best of your position. You're not helping people. You're not inviting them in. That's because the position that you in is something that you're not supposed to be doing. The person whose purpose that they prayed for that position before you accepted it. There was a person that been praying for that purpose or that position because that's aligned with their purpose and who they supposed to be. Every day they would have came to that job and spoke nicely. Every day they would have came on that job and been living and loving and helpful, not hateful, not mad, not spiteful, not I'm not going to do all that. No, that's because that position ain't for you. You out here prayed for something else that wasn't for you. Somebody else who been praying, whose purpose that aligns with that position needs to be in it. So you're going to have to give it up. You understand me? And people going to call you crazy. What you going to do? If you let that job go that has all that money, what you going to do? They ain't asking what you gonna do because they know what God's gonna make away from you. They asking you what they gonna do because they no longer have contact with connection with you or no longer can benefit off this position that you was taking. They don't want what's good for you. They want, again, how they can benefit from you. That's that mother telling you, nah, you should stay that job because every time she call you up, you come through. You paying her bills, getting her hair and nails done, playing like that's your partner when really they supposed to be a parent to you. You understand me? That's that lover telling you, nah, now's not the time for you to go out and do certain things that you want to do. Now's not the time for you to pursue that business. I need you to make certain moves. So you out here funding their future, funding their dreams. But when it comes to you, they can't do the same. You done sat there and sacrificed. You wasn't going to work. You was staying home with your children just to see them sat there and move up within their company. See them again, have they come up. But when it comes to you, they don't want to sit there and reach that hand out to you too? Hell no. You understand me? Hell no. While you out here face all screwed up because you want to sit there and put some type of profit in your household too. You want to sit there and do something for you too. You want to see your future sit there and have certain payouts too without having to go through these people to help you. Shit. You couldn't even buy some toothpaste, toilet paper, some gas without them. You asking them for certain pads when your ass starts bleeding. You asking them for certain thugs and certain things, so on and so forth. You asking for some shit that you can already get for you, but you depending on this people to come through for you. Whole time it's you who's giving these people the ability to do these things for you. So why not take that energy and pour it into you too? Huh? Because afterwards, when you done sat there and sacrificed yourself, sacrifice your sanity to help somebody else, when it's your turn, they gonna tell you that they ain't got it. Go get somebody else. Then you're going to feel a certain type of way, hurting, sad, talking about all the things that you did. Why did you do it then? You did it because you thought that they was going to turn around and do the same positive things for you. So if that was true, why you ain't do it for you first and have these people follow suit? Huh? Why are you the sacrifice in every conversation? Why are you the person who figures out for everybody else? But when it comes to you, they sat there and try to persuade you that this is not your time to do it. Why? Because they still need your supply. Because they know when you start focusing and putting all your passion and you and your purpose, that you are going to leave them to do certain things for them. So again, think of customer service, right? Or job position. You training for that position and they had somebody who's training you. And after a certain amount of time, they say, all right, now you got to start taking calls by yourself. Now you got to try working this machine by yourself. Now you got to start doing this task by yourself. And at that time period, you may be nervous or be like, I'm not ready yet. I still got some things I need to do. The same applies to you and these people and how they carry you. You done sat there and sat down with them, gave them every instruction on what to do. Any type of inconvenience that they had, you helped them make it through. Anytime they had a question, you was right there on cue. Couldn't sit there and focus on other things because you was focused on these people. You had your hands full. So now that you want to go out and get all eyes off of them, now that you done sat there and poured certain seasons, certain love, certain abundance into them, now that you like, I done gave you enough, gave you what you need to have, I gave you enough so that your ass ain't in lag, I done gave you instructions, I done gave you the blueprint, now it's time for me to do what I'm supposed to be doing, now it's time they talk about they not ready yet. And when they not ready, they try to tell you you're not ready because they not ready to let go. They not ready to, again, be held accountable for certain moves that they supposed to be doing or achieving their goal. They want you standing there with your hands stuck on them, doing everything for them. So now you don't have the ability to do other things that you should be doing. That's not going to happen no more. You understand me? We not doing that shit no more. You gave up too much time. You done gave them the time, and now it's time for you to invest in you. And these people who had and out here showing their ass, when you tell them it's time for them to do what you've been doing for them, as soon as they show their ass, you show them the door, or you see your way out. Because ain't no way you going to keep sacrificing you to appease these people, and these people not wanting to see you move up and move away from certain fuckery. They want you to stay there so that you can be on call for them. And as soon as they feel like they cool, they going to let you off again. We not doing that. So parents, I done been there where my child's father, my children's father, he was the provider. And I was somebody who stayed home, make sure the household was taken care of. It was great that he did what he did. But at the same time, at that time period, I felt limited. I felt like, damn, I want to do certain things for myself. I know I have the ability to do it. But instead of, again, staying content with that position, I sat there and listened to God and allowed God to allow him to assist with it by, again, he was taking care of the household financially, but then I had the time to truly find my purpose and align with it. I started investing in it. I started doing certain business ventures. And again, that time period that certain individuals may have thought that they kept you restricted or kept you in, whole time they gave you time for you to find yourself and go within. Now you know you. Now you know the abilities that you able to do. And it all started based upon that time period that you was feeling sorry for you. You understand me? So I'm trying to tell you, again, at that years ago, when again, we made an agreement like, all right, I'll take care of home and be with our children so nobody else will have access to them. I'll homeschool. I'll take them to and from certain events. I'll be helping them with all of these things, right? That prepared me. At that time, I was mad. Certain positions I was going in, jobs I had to quit because my kids' school or my kids' certain things, daycares called me up to tell me to come get them, whether or not they were sick during that time or they had something go on at that place where, again, there were certain things that, again, I felt mad at the time, like, how the hell I'm supposed to get off my feet? How I'm supposed to be who I'm supposed to be if every time I'm supposed to be doing something, I have to stop this job because I don't got a babysitter. Or I got to stop this job because I got to do that. You understand? At that time, I mentally was thinking that I was in lack. Whole time that was God telling me that I ain't have to do all that. That, again, somebody else was going to financially provide while I go inside and figure out where I'm supposed to be at. So at that opportunity, I said, cool. I started finding my purpose, realizing what I was supposed to do. When I started getting these funds, I invested in this. I invested in that. I started planting seeds, and people start doubting me. They thought I was in lack. See, when I started planting those seeds, I invested in this business. I started this. See, they started seeing me do certain things, but they ain't see no movement behind it. So therefore, they doubted it. Oh, what you got this for? I got a couple of LLCs. They like, why you got this and you don't know what you're supposed to do? I'm like, I know what area of interest I'm in, and I'm allow God to move me to it. See, at the time I was planting these seeds, and they didn't know what I was growing. They just thought it was going to be some simple shit. Whole time, again, time progressed. I got better at it. Time progressed, and I started to see those seeds that I planted start to sprout to the point that I didn't have to start looking for a job. I was getting funds without. I started bringing in more money than those places that I was giving up my piece for profit for. Now, every year when I file taxes, that taxes reflects on everything that I done did from the year before. So again, the first year that I started my business, say I seen $50 or $500 from it. The next time I filed, I seen $5,000 from it. The next time I filed, I seen $20,000 from it. The next time I filed, I got $50,000 from it. To the point where I'm making the same money with just me doing what I do, the purpose that God told me to be in. I'm making more money than I was in those positions I was giving up my piece for. You understand me? And again, individuals doubted me. They wanted to see the money in their hand quickly. I was like, I'm not listening to you. I'm going to listen to what God tells me to do. I'm going to play my position. And then all of a sudden, all of those payments, all those prospers start to come through. You understand me? So again, there was individuals who looked at me and seen that I ain't punching the clock and thought that I wasn't working it. Whole time I was working for me and the divine the whole time. Whole time they seen me not leaving my home. They thought that I wasn't doing certain things. Whole time I had a business of my own. My shit was booming. Is still. You understand me? And now I took that success and was able to pour into this, pour into that. I can guarantee by the time my children turn 18, they not sit there and receiving debt. See, when I was 18, I came to realize certain things was in my name, credit all fucked up, things I had to work towards that on bills that it wasn't even me who had obtained. See, my children, when they turn 18, they already got land. You understand me? When they turn 16, I'm going to put the keys to their car in their hand. I ain't come from money, but my children going to have it. You understand me? See, my children then witness me align with my path and my purpose. See, so many people want to seem like they successful instead of actually allowing people to see the process that it took in order to get to it. You understand me? So starting off, I included my children with it. I'm starting this business. This is what I'm going to do. Ma, we believe in you. That's it. They believed in me. They trust the process. Certain times that I'm like, damn, I wish I could take them on this trip. I wish I could buy certain things, buy certain gifts. I told them, listen, at the end of this, I promise you, you're going to get all of that back. All of my promises have came true. They seen that we was never in lack. We couldn't celebrate then because we was saving for this. But saving for this helped us invest in that. Now we get double back. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. Your children need to see you get to where you strive to, include them in the process. Don't sit there and get there and then tell them to figure it out on their own on how they can get to where you at. Include them in it. You heard me? My children are a part of every business that I have. To the point, every business that I started is where they going to be at. I started a business for this because I seen they strengths in that. I already seen that they going to be prosperous at this. So I started that. So again, when they turn 16, they not getting a job for working for somebody else. They got their own thing. You understand me? Everybody may not see it. That's not for them. Everybody may not believe in you. Everybody may not trust the process, but that's not for them to do. That's for you. You understand me? So again, now, certain things, again, when people was stealing, when people was impersonating me, getting big funds sent by certain people. People were sending money that they thought that they were sending me. At that time, that was money that could have benefited my family, could have helped my family eat, so on and so forth. But I still made a way based upon God. And now guess what? God's bringing all that back. He was saving it the whole time. Whole time. You understand me? But had I received that money when I thought I was going to receive it, I would have been looking out for the wrong individuals that didn't earn it. I was talking about, yeah, when I get put on, I'm going to put you on too. Whole time that person was putting on for me because that was some shit that they wasn't willing to do for me too. That's some shit that I should have seen through, that they wasn't speaking the truth, that hadn't started certain things to help them when they was trying to stop me. So again, I can speak personally. When I started this off, I've always been somebody who's been in tune with the spiritual world. I've always been able to see spirits, communicate with them, tell you certain things that you thinking. I was able to predict certain deaths, certain destruction, so on and so forth. I can even say for me, I seen my dad's death the day before it happened, and I told people. You understand me? Certain things you've already been doing. At that time, I ain't realized I was in the debate club when I was growing up. I was sitting there, again, was certain gifts that I had. I ain't realized that it was going to put me in a position that I'm in, that this was what I was supposed to do. At the time, I didn't understand it. I allowed people to mentally manipulate me and telling me that that's something that I'm not supposed to do. Why? Because I was seeing through the shit that they were showing me. You heard me. I promise you, what I'm doing today, I've always done. Nothing's changed when I was little. I always been in tune with as far as certain subjects, history. Spiritual, I always loved as far as my father. Up until his passing, he always had us in church. But again, I couldn't read certain scriptures, and I always wondered why. Like every time I started to read it, I never could read on. Now realizing God was like, I don't need you to be restricted to a certain religion. I need you to be able to communicate what I'm telling certain people based upon different religions. So again, you realizing my God is your Jah, your Allah, so on and so forth. The same thing, different name. We know who you talking about when we describe them. You got to realize, think back as your childhood and things that truly meant something to you. Certain things that you felt drawn to do that people try to persuade you not to do. They tried to do so because the devil tried to use them to keep you off your path. It all comes full circle. You understand me? You just got to see which piece to move and where to move it at. You've always had the keys. You've always had it. You understand me? But you always had the pieces of the puzzle, but you was trying to force it here, when really if you turned it around, you would see that it matches there. You understand me? So just know you got so many great things aligned for you. Just know you know who you are and knew who you are before these people had certain experiences happen towards you. Thank you so much, babies. I appreciate that. You know what you're supposed to be doing. And if you don't, I promise you, connect with me. I got certain readings of all types. I could tell you the cycle. I could tell you what's connected to you, what you should be doing. But again, you don't come through me. You'll get confirmation through other people. God's been guiding you the whole time. Those things that people hated about you. You being loud. You not taking no shit. You standing up for certain people. Now you see what position you was supposed to be in. That was happening for a reason. While everybody was agreeing to it, you was questioning why. Because you knew that wasn't God the whole time. You knew that those people was trying to manipulate. And if you asked enough questions, certain things was going to come to play. You understand me? So again, you got to see if you're going to trust yourself and go to God and know that you got all the answers that you need within. You understand me? Don't allow these people to mentally manipulate you or have you sign certain deals, a sacrifice in a sense to these people. You marrying that person who has no morals, who tries to stop you, and you feel like you're going to mold them into the person that you need them to do by giving them what you should be giving you. We're not doing that. Anything you want, anything God tells you you're going to get, your ass going to get. You just got to make sure that you're moving forward towards it. Because again, God's the quarterback. He not going to pass the ball to you when you right there up under him. You're not going to be able to get to that goal over there where you're supposed to be scoring if you're not moving. So guess what God's going to do? He's going to tell you to run. Keep running. And when you run, other people going to see you running too. Some of them are going to call you crazy, and they're going to feel like other people have power over you. So they're going to be out here guarding those individuals, not realizing that you was the individual that God was about to throw that abundance to. You heard me? So had you stood over there in that group, having them push you around, had them holding you in a sense, they would have held your ass down. So therefore, you wouldn't have been able to go through ahead of those people, far way ahead. So again, they seen you running and they thought that you wasn't running nowhere. They seen you running and moving towards your goals and thought that you wasn't getting there because certain plays wasn't clear. Whole time you and God had already co-created in a line, and he told you the play that you needed to make. So now they trying to see what you trying to do. They trying to see your fate. Whole time they can't. Now your ancestors come in, hitting their asses with that Heisman. Now all of a sudden you wide open because all those people that was sitting there guarding you, left you, abandoned you, deserted you. Now you free to catch that catch of abundance that God got for you. You understand me? And now what they stuck looking dumb on that big screen. As again, you celebrate with your true soul tribe. That means members of your team. They wanted you to, again, mess up so they can interfere, catch that blessing that was coming to you and run in the opposite direction. Oh, no. That's not how that shit go. You understand me? Even if you started to run in that direction, you heard your ancestors calling you out, turn around. Go back. That's equivalent to those people from that bleachers telling you not to do that, letting you know that rules had changed around, that you running in the wrong direction. Then you got a grip, flip your shit, and start moving, running back past towards your goal. Now you about to celebrate because you about to get it. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. And now they going to see. And at the end of the game, when they do the investigation, what certain things do they see? People who was out here deflating balls to try to catch. Certain individuals that heard certain things that they was trying to break your neck, had things in their helmet that every hit, it hit you harder, but you got up. That's equivalent to certain people sitting there taking the cushion out of their gloves for boxing, right? See, in boxing, there's a certain criteria that you have to have. Certain people take away that stuffing in a sense so their gloves isn't lag. So therefore, when they connect with certain people, those blows is harder. That's equivalent to certain people trying to do black magic to you, trying to steal from you, trying to lie from you, trying to manipulate you. And they seem like they was beating your ass up at one way, shape, or form. It feels like they was really getting a hit on you. And your ass still comes back with that knockout. And now people inspect the gloves and they see what those individuals was doing to you. And now they feel stupid because not only did they still fail, now they're going to be held accountable for what they did to you. And they ain't going to be able to fight that fight no more. You understand me? So when they thought they was getting people to lie and manipulate, steal from you, fuck up your car, sitting there, manipulate you, put magic on you, sit there and tell certain practitioners, officers, so on and so forth about you, speaking certain things that wasn't true, they thought that they had light in their hands in a sense and had certain shit hitting harder. Whole time God done been showed your ass how to bob and weave. And when they did make contact, God had already taught your ass how to breathe. So therefore, you breathe through it. You got hit. But those hits are similar to the shit that you've been getting. So again, when these individuals did certain things to you, not realizing that you've been playing and preparing for this position, that it already happened way before you cross paths with these people, that you already know how to react. So again, each blow that they was giving, it was just giving your ass gas. That again, you didn't sat there and had certain situations where you had to restart over. You had to do it again. You had to start from scratch. Certain things that you built got snatched from you based upon who you was connected to. You had all these do-overs, right? That's equivalent to you doing all of these things to help with your cardio, So now guess what? You don't get out of breath when you move. So now when the time really count and you really at battle, you know how to still have the same energy, know how to move. While these people then sat there and used all their energy trying to sit there and beat on you. See, you will let them sit there and exhaust all their options. They went to this practitioner, they scammed here, they lied here, they did this. Okay, exhaust all your options because your ass gonna fuck around and be exhausted. And then I'm gonna drop you. You heard me? That's equivalent to them doing all of this shit to get you to come back in. Now they finally done exhausted all their options. You not taking their asses back again. Now again, they defeated, barely breathing, because you and your ancestors didn't put the beats on them. Then they going to be held accountable for the fact that they took that stuffing out of their glove and was doing devious shit to win. So again, you about to beat, or you have, let me tell you, you beat everything and everybody who's ever tried to target you. Now you out here about to get everything rewarded to you. And after you get that award, you're going to see what these people intended for you and did towards you. And now people looking at you like, damn, shorty and so-and-so's indestructible. They looking at, why you think they coming back to look at you like, yo, how the fuck you escaped what I had for you? How he or she escaped that death that I had, that practitioner placing on him? How was they still able to eat when I was stealing their funds? How was they still confident when I thought I left their asses with none? They out here trying to come back to you to see how they can get from and get through what they going through based upon the fact that they had these things intended for you. They are not built the same. They ain't got the same tools as you. So whereas you had God in you that you can get guided to do the certain things that God told you to, now you had God had an insight that provided you certain ways that you should move. They ain't got that because they no longer got you. So now their asses is getting beat up, and I'm trying to tell you, they catching the blues. Don't think that they winning, baby. They lost already. What they going to try to do is come to you and see, I didn't even know that so-and-so had took the stuff out of the glove. That's equivalent to them saying they ain't know the people that they was connected to and showing fake love was targeting you when they knew that it was true because they are the ones who sent those individuals to target you. That's them equivalent to saying, oh, this so-and-so had magic on me. That's why I was moving that way. So-and-so tried to do magic on me too, but I didn't choose to move like you. So therefore, again, so-and-so ain't to blame. It's you. So-and-so gonna go through some certain things, but your ass will too. We not playing with you. How shorty say, don't play with it, don't play with it. Nah, fuck out of here. They gonna see. You heard me. So, let them be. They gonna come back, beat all up, looking fucked up, dragging their tail, dragging their leg, trying to come back to you for you to help feed them, help nourish them. Hell no. Because as soon as you feed them enough, they going to come back and try to attack you and steal your soul. That's like somebody trying to shoot you. They gun getting jammed and you clearing that jam out and handing it back to these people. Fuck no. Once you show me your hand, baby, that's where you going to have to stay. Once you made your choice and you chose to walk away, that means you walked away from God. You walked away from Jah. You walked away from a lie. You not being what he told you to be. Your ass will have no contact with me. I'm trying to tell you. Don't tell me that your kids going through it. Your kids can't eat. Because when you thought that you was stealing from me, you ain't care if my kids was eating or not. When you was out here doing death magic on me, you really thought that shit was going to have me drop. Whole time, that shit ain't do shit but piss me off. And have me call God on your ass. Because ain't nothing within me soft. I'm trying to tell you. Had me start throwing those holy haymakers on that ass. I'm trying to tell you. That's like you inviting somebody else in. Your kids is ready to eat. And you telling them that they can't eat before this person that you randomly let in. Are you going to take food out of your children's mouth before you give to them? What you going to do? Because you're not about to give up all the blessings and abundance that you worked hard for to give into these people. Again, it's something like a bond. Think of somebody who did some type of crime. They didn't have warnings and they kept doing it. Whether it was driving without a license, doing drugs, abusing shit, stealing shit, scamming shit. They did something that they already had a warning for. And now they locked up and they closed behind doors. Now all of a sudden, they don't got enough abundance within to help them get out. So what do? Make that one phone call to you and hoping that you will help figure a way to get their asses out. They don't got no type of bond money. So what do they know that you got? Something that you've been working hard for that you finally paid off of. So that's equivalent to you doing the hard work. You healing you loving on you working and building into your business. You going seasons where you were struggling in a sense, where you just had enough to make it. And then all of a sudden, you finally able to pay off that house that you've been making payments for, that you've been renting to own in a sense. You finally made your last mortgage payment. And then these people call you and ask you to put up that house for them to get out. And they're going to end up doing the same thing that they did to get in. But now they done had you put up your abundance so that if they don't pay for it or do what they supposed to do, all of that shit that they do ends up coming back to you. So why you think they trying to connect back with you? Why you think that they trying to get back in your favor? Why you think that they trying to come out of nowhere and suddenly want to help you? It's a finesse. Because they want you to give up what God has for you in order for you to give them protection and look out for them. Or God's giving you money now, and now they got to pay up, excuse me, for all that shit that they sat there and did. Now they got to pay up. And now they see that profit is starting to come in for you, and they going to want you to pay up for certain shit that they chose to do. Nah, have them be held accountable. Again, they better call Tyrone or one of their friends. They better call somebody else to figure it out. Those same people that they shit on you for to give to, they better hope those people reciprocate that energy and come through for them like they expect of you, because it's a no-go. Soon as you hear that call, you better hang up. This is a collect call from Skirt. It's a no for me. They want to use your light to escape their darkness. It's not happening. Because they could have had a light on their own had they listened. You was trying to show them how to light up their own flame instead of they try to steal yours and put your shit out. Oh, nah. Now all y'all in darkness and there's no way out because you need some light in order to see. But God ain't going to allow me to provide my light to you because you no longer have access to my energy. So you better fill that shit out. You better fill that shit out and figure it out. Don't tell me what they did to you when you was out there benefiting on what they was doing to me too. Fuck all y'all. If you want to be real, tell them. Fuck them. FTP, I always say that. Fuck them people. We not doing it. Oh, my child's hungry. Shit. Lil Ray Ray ain't my problem. Oh, my car's getting snatched. Shit. You better use them shoes. You was so quick to post them shoes, right? You paid $250 for what? You better get those $250 moving. You understand? You better get them souls searching that pavement. Don't come no. Oh, I need this for this. I need that for that. And you need to get the fuck out of my face. I'm not. Because if I get to you, then I'm going to fuck around and be in lack. I'm not doing it. God already gave me the warning. He already showed me. Every time I poured into you, he ended up taking things from me and was like, hey, where's that extra dollar that I gave to you? And you making up excuses. Well, so-and-so really said they need it. Think of the movie Life, right? If nobody's seen the movie Life, right, I definitely recommend to go see it. It's funny, though. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but it's funny, too. But in the movie Life, right, Martin Lawrence went to this little bar. And there was a waiter there that was scamming with certain bartenders, too. Certain people that was out here finessing with you understand, so on and so forth. But he gave up his money, right? The money that was given for gas for this trip. He allowed his feminine energy to manipulate him into giving to her instead of him. So all of a sudden, when it comes down to it, and they got to make their way back on the road, somebody comes to them like, hey, yo, listen, where's that money that I gave you to hold? He talking about so-and-so said they $1 short for this, for their mother's surgery. And the dude's like, Shorty was $1 short for the damn surgery. Like, you trying to tell me out of everything, she knew that you had this amount on you, and that's how much that she needed. The same applies to you. Certain people going to try to finesse you. They know blessings is coming through. They know what they stole to you, they have to give back to you. So therefore, there's individuals behind the scenes that's been a part of the scam, stealing from you, energetically, financially, so on and so forth. They've been stealing from you, but they know that God is forcing them to provide it back to you, that they got to give it back to you. So now they're going to try to come to you to benefit off the things that they know that they got to give you. So again, they got to give back. Say they got $1 million that they stole from you. They know that they have to give up that $1 million that they have, and that they not going to be able to make certain moves. They not going to be able to eat, sleep, pay their bills, have clothes, so on and so forth. They no longer going to have access to all that abundance because they got to give it back to you. So what do but try to come to you knowing that there's a payout that's coming to you too? They're going to try to come to you to persuade you to give it to them so it works in full circle, that they stole from you but secretly getting it back from you too. Fuck no. Figure it out. Figure it out. I don't care. Don't tell me about your mother. I don't care. I don't like her. Don't tell me about Granny. Granny can get it too. Don't tell me she not getting nothing from me. Because me giving it to you is giving it to them too. Oh, nah, I'm not funding no fuckery. Because if I give it to you for your child, that means it's taken from mine. And that's a no-go. Best believe me and mine is going to eat. See, they chose other individuals because they seem like a quick meal in a sense, right? Something that they can eat right away. Something like McDonald's, Burger King, tacos, so-and-so. Certain promises that they can have it quick and have it their way. But similar to those fast food restaurants, they can eat right now. Then a few hours later, that hunger then came back about. See, had they waited for you when you said that you had food at the house, that's equivalent to you telling them to be patient with your purpose, with your progress, that you knew that you was worth it, that you knew God had certain promises. They ain't want to wait it out. They ain't want to see. They ain't want to sit there and see you prepare certain meals for them so that they could eat. They wanted that quick way out, right? See, they was misled. Certain people persuade them not to choose you and gave them a certain illusion. See, they told them if you choose so-and-so, when they feed you, certain shit is going to stick on you or be on you. See, they assumed that it was negative. Whole time they was trying to tell you when you eat from certain so-and-so's crib or when you go to this person who truly has a gift, you got to realize that you truly going to eat for real. So therefore, some of that weight's going to stick. See, the weight that came with you was that happy weight. That was that abundance. That was that love. That was that progress that certain people seen. See, think about when certain people put on certain weight, right? They be like, oh, you look like you filled out some. You look good. Your face all filled out. You all got a nice little curve, got some weight on you. They know that they eating good. So that means that God has been producing, right? So therefore, again, they was looking at that weight come on them and they was taking the negative whole time. They ain't realized what was coming right before their eyes. That weight that was getting added on them was that abundance, love, light, prosperity that you was pouring into them, opportunities that you was putting them on that, again, wasn't directed for them. But again, because you chose them, they became chosen too. You understand me? So again, you got to realize you not no quick fast food restaurant. There's some weight that comes with you. Yeah, they gonna have to wait on that food a little longer. But then after they eat, they gonna have some weight on them too. Not the same weight that comes with those individuals that was ordering that fast food. See, chosen ones. You help people put that weight on. You really feed them to the point after they get a dose of you, they not hungry again. After they get an opportunity with you, they see certain things that they are able and have the capability of doing. We not no fast food shit. Let them go ahead. They gonna try to come back because they hungry again. It's a no. You should have spent your funds correctly. See, you use your funds to buy one by one certain things for your meal. So you spent this on that. You spent this on that. But again, when you finally mix that together, that meal was going to stretch through the week. So therefore, that's a week that your ass wasn't going to be in lack. See, whereas they spent that money for a quick fix, now they hungry again, and now they don't got enough money or energy to get to shit. See, it's a no on me. You patiently put everything together. Certain individuals like, hey, yo, I'm hungry. That's equivalent to you telling people, trust the process. They like, listen, our bills do, our lights do. You like, listen, I got you. Enough was made that day to make sure that those lights stayed on. And if those lights got cut off, you had enough funds for some candles. See, you made a way through everything. They had to be patient. They started smelling certain things. They came in to check the process. See, the people who trusted you and trusted your process, this is equivalent to certain people seeing certain dreams and admirations that you were trying to do. And they not seeing the meal right away, but they believe that you had the opportunity to do it. So again, one by one, you start mixing certain shit in. Now all of a sudden, that stuff starts cooking. It truly starts bubbling. Now certain scents are starting to fill the air. Now they walk through, they smell it, but they still don't see the meal sitting there. So they like, okay, cool, I'ma still trust you. And you continue to put certain things together in front of these people. See, now again, you had to just, the last part was you to put this thing that you prepared in that oven and wait. That's equivalent to you planting certain seeds and you waiting because you know that God had already showed you that he about to change your life positively with the certain things. So that's you waiting for this payout. You waiting for your divine purpose. You waiting for your divine person. You waiting for your path. You waiting for this position. You waiting for certain things that God already told you that you're going to get. He showed you a clear vision. See, them small successes with that scent flowing through. They didn't see what you was making, but they smelled and knew that you was making some food. See, that's equivalent to these people walking away, getting this fast food. Now they getting hungry. Now they starting to lack too. Now these people that they was eating with, they no longer have any food that they can eat off of too. So now they coming back and they smell certain scents, and them scents is coming from you. That's them seeing certain small progress with your business. Certain people paying attention. Certain people showing you love. Certain people showing you affection. They seen certain small prospers that you was making. Now they try to double back. They smell something in the air, success, and they want to see where it's coming at. That's equivalent to certain people leaving you thinking that they was walking into certain abundance, not realizing that God chose you to have the abundance with. The abundance was with you. So now again, they went out, ate quick meals with these fake ass friends. Now all of a sudden they smell certain smell come in. Now they smell a certain scent. Now they hungry again. Now they trying to get led to where that scent was coming from. And then they starting to see it was the place that they started. And that place was you. They starting to realize, oh, damn, it's about that time. Shorty must have finally finished that food. Now they feel that after all that time, they was out there eating other quick meals. They was out here again eating and didn't bring back not even a fry for you. Didn't even call and ask you if you wanted anything from them. They thought that they, again, had sat there and chose a better person over you. Now all of a sudden, they see that scent and that bubbling and that name and that honor and that respect, that attention, that business. They starting to get certain scents and certain whiffs that shit's coming from you. Now they hungry again and they thinking they coming back and gonna have a plate of your food. Hell nah. You ain't care when you thought that you was eating. When you thought that that person who bought that meal for you, that quick meal for you, they bought you a 4 for $4. So you thought that they was truly doing something slick for you. Whole time that you ain't realized that that money that they made or paid to pay your food wasn't even from them. They had scammed to do it. So not only are you out of your next meal, now you got to pay back that money that these people had sat there and gave to you. That's equivalent to certain people passing up on you for partners who had that PPP loan. People who, again, seemed like they was doing better than you. Whole time it was a scam. It was a plot. They asses was dumb and confused. Whole time they ain't realized that they was going to have to pay back everything that they got from those people too. Whereas you had took your time. Now the meal that you prepared comes with longevity. Other people that, again, waited for that process with you, trusted that you was able to whip up that food. Now they going to be eating with you, having casual conversation. And guess what they going to do? Clean up that meal and clean up those plates after you done cooked and prepared that food. See, everybody is going to reciprocate that energy. You heard me? And those individuals, again, that try to once be your friend and they turn into your enemy, that, again, seeing you used to cook certain meals and they didn't even offer to lift up a finger up to help clean. They watched you do everything and still wanted you to end up with nothing. See, they should have trusted the process. You heard me? Should have trusted the process. So now again, chosen ones, you didn't see that success quickly because the shit that you was preparing was going to stick on you. When people see you, they going to see that happy weight coming through. They going to see you filled out perfectly in all the right places. All because you paid attention and you waited. Just know. So again, when the past tries to pop up, get their asses on. And don't sit there and call yourself ignoring them. No, you let them know that that chapter has closed. You don't run from those demons. You face them and you beat them. You understand me? So you let them know you will never be able to come back. Anything you took from me is getting taken from you, and you will always be in lack. People connected to you too. You done cursed your lineage trying to curse me and mine. All that magic you thought that you was doing on me, that mirror was an illusion. You was doing it to you the whole time. You let them know. It's a wrap. We not doing that. See, don't allow them to talk shit about you even if you physically put on weight too. Because there's somebody right now with a terminal illness that if they seen weight get on them, they would feel positive about that. So therefore, again, you got to look at your position and look at it through different perspectives. You looking at it negatively when really you gaining weight just shows you what? You no longer starving, that you are eating. You understand me? That you truly are getting to know you. That, again, you are healthy in a sense. Whereas, again, there's other people that's in the same position as you that's losing weight and wish that they could get it back again. So, therefore, never look at yourself messed up. You are who you are. No matter what. You heard me. Don't allow anybody to have you doubt you. You in a position that you're supposed to be placed in. So, again, it takes a little bit longer for your business to start getting booming. That's cool. Because had you had a quick come up, you would have had a quick downfall too. You had to really build your true soul tribe crew. That means quantity is not over quality. You understand me? So those 4 people that's been steady liking your status or liking your page or liking this or sharing your stuff, so on and so forth. That's 4 solid people versus 4,000 people that truly don't want you or like you. They just like the fact that you're willing to do what they want you to do in order for them to support you. Nah, fuck that. You understand me? We not doing that at all. So therefore, again, I want you to trust this process. If you would have came up real quick, if you wouldn't have had a story to tell, your shit would have ended in a few chapters. The fact that you got all of this to write in, all of these chapters that you can place in, you understand me? Your story got longevity to it. That's why it's taking you longer. Don't allow these people to persuade you that you're not where you're supposed to be. Everything is fated, chosen ones. I want you to remember that, all right? But listen, I got to get up off of here because I do have a few readings and coaches to do. Now, listen, before y'all get off here and click off, I need y'all to tell me, leave your city and your state. And I want you to write it in the comments, all right? Because we got a few events that's coming up, and I want to make sure that I go to the locations that individuals want to see me in, all right? So let me know. Okay, let me write these down. Okay. Look, my eyes probably looking on wild right now, but I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Okay. Now, I will tell you this. Okay, listen, I'm writing down all these. Thank you, babies. I appreciate you. Thank you. I love y'all. All right, let me see. Now, I do want to say this. The first places that we are going to have available is going to be in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, all right? I'm going to be honest. Those are the first 3 locations that I'm going to be in, all right? So as it gets closer to these shows, I'm going to let you know. But I want you to realize that it's going to be a beautiful experience. We're going to have a one-on-one, all right? But I do want to make you know, don't be prepared to get checked at that door. We're going to make sure you safe. I'm safe. Anybody inside that building is safe. So therefore, everybody going to get checked at that door. So when you come in, you finally can be truly open to receiving certain confirmations and the experience, all right? So just know, we're going to have some one-on-ones. Now listen, I want you to realize I'm not going to do huge groups because I feel like that one-on-one type of setting is more intimate and you really going to be in tune, all right? So again, at the time, it may just be 20 openings at this time. It's almost going to be like, again, we front and center, face-to-face. You're going to feel it, all right? Now, again, I'm going to have it as the shows start to pop up. I'm going to give you an advanced heads up, all right? So as soon as they start to become available, I'm going to let you know like a month or 2 right before it so you can start doing your shows because, again, the tickets will be limited, all right? But, again, we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to glow. We're going to continue to achieve all of our goals, all right? I love you so much. I appreciate everything that you do. All your likes, all your shares, all your subscribes, all your donations, you booking your readings as well as recommending me to other people. I appreciate you. That allows me to, again, keep pushing my purpose and pushing towards helping and healing other individuals too, all right? So I appreciate you because in a sense, you paying it forward. But please remember, I'll never reach out to you asking you for a reading. If I get led to you to provide you with some information, I'm going to give that to you for free. If anything, I'll ask you for your email and I will send it to you automatically, all right? So individuals is out here asking you for a reading, a donation, that's not me. If you don't receive a message from this account, I only got 1 TikTok, I only got 1 Instagram, and 1 YouTube. All of them, the link is in my bio, all right? I don't accept as far as readings through Cash App. Donations can only place through Cash App, all right? And I appreciate you, those who do, because, again, you pay it forward in a sense because I provide free readings for other people, too, so I appreciate you. But just know, again, I'll never reach out to you for a reading. If anybody does, please report and block them because it's somebody trying to play in your energy, all right? So, again, please remember that. Any link that you need, if you ever get confused if it's my account, click the link in this bio. It'll take you to my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok. It'll take you to my booking page, so on and so forth, all right? Lastly, I'm going to upload this live a little later on my YouTube. So if you haven't already, please subscribe just so we can get those numbers up so you know that this is the right account. You understand? And not those false or fraudulent ones, all right? That's the only reason. I love you so, so much. I appreciate you so, so much. Y'all going to continue to grow and grow and glow. You understand me? I love you so much. Y'all continue to be great.